This is a Sapphire-rated presentation. Viewer discretion is advised.
Look at us up on Doc Reo TV.
Hey, yeah, it's a Doc and Dyanna show. Hey, yeah, it's a Doc and Dyanna show. It's a Doc and Dyanna show. Doc and Dyanna.
The children don't, the community is.
Which actually brings me to a topic that I wanted to bring up. Excuse me.
There we go.
There was a huge article, I don't know if you heard about this, with these, they call them free-range parents. Have you heard of this? So there's a couple that have, don't quote me on this, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old, or a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. Kids, I'm going to say 7 and 10, maybe.
Wow.
Old enough, not to be left alone, but the parents let these children walk to the park by themselves, and as they were walking home, a neighbor called the police on these parents.
Wow. And
these parents, it's their choice.
Yeah, it is.
They trust their children. They've taught their children to cross the street, don't talk to strangers, scream, stranger danger. You can inform your children. Now, if somebody's going to take you at gunpoint, somebody could take me at gunpoint if they really wanted to.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not that much harder to snatch than a kid. I mean, I could probably fight back a little better, but if someone wants to take you or abduct you, it's going to happen, But the thing...
Sorry.
No.
I'm just laughing. Sorry. That's not anything to laugh about. Actually,
No,
that's a serious
but
topic.
it really, I remember being a kid and being allowed to walk down the street to the neighbor's house. It was 2 blocks away, and I would go,
I'm not even going to take it that. In junior high school, I came from South Central LA on the bus to visit you.
Right.
Come on, we used to go across the city.
Right. And look at us. We're somewhat normal, functioning adults. But, we've become this, and the opposite side of what they're calling free-range parents are these helicopter parents that just over-parent their children. I mean...
Yes.
So there's got to be some balance in there. But really, at what point is it okay for the law to step in and tell you how to rear your children?
I don't think
if you're not abusing your children.
I don't think well, I think there is now. I mean, they've just come up with a new California regulation about children going into school having to be vaccinated. And so there's how some parents don't want their children to have vaccinations?
I think that those are ignorant people.
Well,
I'm sorry. I have a huge issue with people not vaccinated.
But is it a right, a freedom to do it? Let me not. I get you there. People should be vaccinated before going into school. In the same concept in my eyes, because you're going to spread to other kids, which spreads.
Well, look at this whole measles outbreak we had.
That's the reason why they did it.
I mean,
exactly.
That's not why this.
No, that was the reason why they wanted to pass this bill.
Well, I think
because of the measles outbreak.
I think that not vaccinating your children is irresponsible.
But is it an infringement? I'm with you. I agree exactly what they said in the article. It's irresponsible.
I think it's irresponsible. And I'm sorry if that's against most people's political belief. But for
the courts to make every child do it.
If they're going to be in a public environment, absolutely. Kids can't bring peanut butter sandwiches to school because of all these peanut allergies.
I'm not even going there.
I mean, you can't bring a kid brought a Snickers bar after Halloween into class, and they sent the child home and called the parents.
It's some of the guidelines.
So you can't bring a Snickers bar, but you're not allowed. But you can go to school without a measles vaccination.
Some of the guidelines that they enforce are just terrible, versus the guidelines that.
But I mean, without vaccinations, we would have measles, polio. I mean, we've as a society, we've gotten to a point where we can curb these things.
Yes.
So to willingly, potentially inflict a plague, if you will. I mean, it wasn't it was an outbreak. It was a plague. What happened with those nurses coming back with what was that big outbreak we had? not SARS.
Oh,
God.
oh wow! I can't remember.
Yeah, with the nurse and the
Oh my God, Ebola.
Ebola. Thank you. Thank you.
You can't even talk
But
right
you know,
now. The
so
Ebola virus. Yeah.
To me, it comes down to the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you going to let someone go to a country where they've treated people with Ebola knowingly, and then come back without having an incubation period and going back into the medical field? I don't think it's responsible.
I don't think it is either.
That nurse getting on that plane, completely irresponsible. But that's just my opinion.
That's just a whole other story.
Yeah. So back to the immunization thing. Yeah. I just got a whooping cough shot. I refuse to get a flu shot.
I refuse to get a flu shot. Matter of fact, I got a TB diphtheria, the TDDY. Yeah,
Right.
I think it's diphtheria.
I think you're right.
And it put me, last year, it put me down for 3 weeks. I was sick for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Not happening again. I understand the process that I need to get these particular, not TB diphtheria, the
I know what you're
tetanus,
saying.
tetanus diphtheria. And I know we're supposed to get these
I get
particular
tetanus.
shots. You know what I mean? And I understand, but maybe there needs to be something where, some kind of warning before you get the shot. Hey, you might get sick for 3 weeks. I mean, it could happen to anyone. Somebody can
Absolutely.
actually get sick and go in the hospital and die. There should be some
Absolutely.
kind of warning stated to the people.
That's your medical care professional's responsibility, I think.
Exactly, and that's what I'm passing back to
The flu. If I get the flu, I'm not gonna. It hurts myself. It's not.
It makes me sick.
If I get the flu, I'm the one with the flu. And I stay home and I get over the flu. I don't go out and I don't spread my germs to people.
Exactly.
If you contract measles, there are no symptoms at first. You don't know that you have it, and that's what happened at Disneyland with these.
Yeah. And then all of a
These
sudden
kids
you get a measles breakout.
Absolutely. So I don't know. I think if you want to homeschool your children, fine. Then don't. But if you're going into a public school where other kids are potentially being exposed without their knowledge, I think it's irresponsible. So that's my
I agree
2
with
cents.
that, and I just wanted to see if we're both on the same page. Sometimes
yeah, that's what
we're on
I think.
opposite pages, but
It
this time we're
happens.
both on the same page.
It happens.
yeah.
So yeah.
Push button, baby. Doc Reo TV.